Now, what we're hoping with Invest Fleurieu, that some of you who have never owned investment property in your life actually take the plunge and get into the market now while it's at its low. Now, to that end, I thought, why not have the general manager of our property management division, and we've got a large property management division in the studio talking about property management and investing in property, and we welcome Kerry Acklands. Welcome, Kerry.
Hi, Anthony. Good to be here again.
Now, Kerry, we've been for 2 or 3 weeks promoting investing in real estate down the Fleurieu because it's so quiet down there and the buying so well. What's the rental market like?
Well, the rental market would be fantastic for any investors to get in for several reasons, Anthony. When you think about it, it's always been the blue chip area where people have wanted to get in but prohibited because of the price to get into it. But now you can go down there and invest in a rental property and try before you buy. Because if you're thinking of your seaside change, you can have holiday letting on one side and then spend some of the time there yourself. On the other hand, you can also have long-term rental to give you some security as well. And normally you wouldn't be able to get into the market for the prices that are on offer currently.
So, Kerry, you're a McLaren Vale girl.
I am.
That's inside information.
Yes.
So you're a bit of a country girl. Tell me about, the Fleurieu. You're born and bred there. Do you think it's got a chance of really taking off?
Absolutely. When you think about it, when I grew up there, it was everything you wanted to do was just to get out. And everyone says, oh, you were born in McLaren Vale, Wollonga, how exciting. I think, because that's where it's all happening. Wineries, the lifestyle, you're near the beach. And when you think about it and you compare it to Sydney and Melbourne, if we've got the Southeastern Freeway sign-off and it becomes a proper freeway with a tunnel, that means that there's no barrier for travel. People do that travel distance all the time. And why wouldn't you want to live down there with the sea, with the hills? I look at that now as I look back, but as a child, there was nothing happening. Now, everything happens down there.
So what's the suburb that really abuts McLaren Vale? It's basically Seaview...
Seaford Rise.
Seaford Rise.
And there's a great shopping centre there, so...
So Seaford Rise, then you essentially run straight into McLaren Vale, then basically we're in the Fleurieu. Is the Fleurieu McLaren Vale? Is that Fleurieu?
It starts there.
Right,
yes,
there.
And goes through. And the interesting thing about Seaford Rise is that's where people were living in order to have that lifestyle. Probably not where they ultimately wanted to be. They'd probably rather be at the Fleurieu. So it'd be very interesting to see if people make shifts.
Okay. So basically what we're saying is that if you invest in residential property, generally speaking, if it was a city property, it would normally, unless it was at the bay, it would normally be long-term, would it not?
Absolutely. Yes, that's the norm. There's very little holiday rental except around the bay.
So explain again, but really clearly to people who are watching, for those who are watching here today, what flexibility you've got when it comes to holiday letting. How would it work?
If you normally have an investment property in the city, as you said, it's long-term rental, unless you're at the bay, and that is quite cost prohibitive. The difference about the Fleurieu is that you have 2 options. You have one, you can do your long-term rental, and you can do holiday rental. And the great thing is you can also swap between the two. So if you put it out for long-term rent, and you might think, I now want to spend more time there, you can actually have the option to transfer to holiday. Can't do that anywhere else. The good thing too is that because it's rural, your prices are still generally high because you're near the beach, because you're near the wineries.
The rental prices are high?
Yes, the rental prices are high. They're not over the top, but they're certainly a good return.
So is it, because it's rural, you'd normally think, well, okay, there'll be no tenants for it. What's our experience with our rent roll down there?
Well, it's amazing how many people are making this seaside change. I was talking to someone the other day who's just moved down there because for them, they do come from the eastern states and that's no barrier for them at all. Came here, looked at Adelaide, looked at Fleurieu and thought, why wouldn't I travel from there? It's my same trip. The other interesting thing is mining. As we all know, that's the big talk in South Australia. Yeah. And if you were a miner stuck in the middle of the desert, hot, where would you rather be on your time off? You can be in the Fleurieu, close to the beach, fishing. There's still movies down there. There's a whole life down there and 1.5 hours away from the airport. So to me, that's where I think a lot of the miners will be attracted to because they have big money. They don't really care what the rent is. They just think about lifestyle.
Yeah, and the other thing we found when we were up at Roxby, Kerry, we actually went into the bars and we spoke to people and we were expecting them to say Copper Coast, we were expecting them to say Whyalla, Port Augusta, Port Pirie, but by far and away, the feedback we had was they wanted to go surfing, fishing, sporting, skiing, jet skiing. They wanted all of the luxuries, the restaurants, the being able to commute to the city. And Victor Harbour kept on coming up over and over, and for that matter, the Fleurieu area, because they said they're off for 10 or 12 days.
Exactly, and look at the festivals that are on. They can come down for Mad March
Yeah.
There's the Cabaret Festival coming up. So if you were at Copper Coast, it's still quite a travel down and a difficult travel. That freeway will make all the difference in the world. Simple. So therefore, you have all the options of city life, but you're living right on the beach.
Now, for those of you that are at Copper Coast, we're not actually having a crack at it, so don't worry about that. Because
they'll get plenty of rentals. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
That's going to be a very popular area.
Yeah, but in terms of the perception is that the Copper Coast and that is the big winner, but it's actually all of this location.
It's not the only winner, and I think that's the thing. We need to broaden and think this could be the area.
Yeah, and certainly the feedback we had. Now, what about, while we're on rentals, and we've got Cameron on in a moment, but just give us a quick rundown. Rentals overall, are they going up, down, sideways? What's happening?
Well, vacancy rates for us are around 1.5%, but we always track well under the REI ones. However, what we are finding is it's a bit patchy. The north has started to lift with interest in opens, but we're still finding that people who are renting are watching those interest rates because they're holding now, but if they start to still track down, that's when they might make the jump. But if you're a landlord listening, please look at maintenance issues on your properties because there's stock out there. Renters are picky and they will move on if your property has problems.
Right, so the rental market, the tenants are no different to the buyers. They're actually more discerning.
They are.
So essentially, if you're a landlord, a TOOP+TOOP tip would be to make sure that your property is presented or in better maintenance or presented better.
Exactly. You stand out the front and think, I'd be proud to live here. I don't have to think about, oh, I wonder if they're going to fix this, I wonder if they're going to fix that. Look at it exactly the same as you walk in. What would their eye be drawn to? That's what you need to fix.
Kerry, we'll come back for some more in a minute. But now let's go and see some of those sold properties this week and going.